Hello learners, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study the most important topic, that is dissolution testing apparatus. As we know that dissolution testing is considered as a critical quality testing for tablets. So what are tablets? Tablets are the solid dosage form which comprises of mixture of active substance and excipients, and they are either prepared by molding or by compression. The manufacturing process of tablets include blending, granulation, followed by the compression. Now, after the production of the tablets, there are some quality control tests which needs to be passed for efficacy and safety purposes. So, the evaluation tests include appearance, size, shape, organoleptic properties, thickness, hardness, friability, drug content, uniformity, weight variation testing, wetting time, water absorption ratio, in vitro dispersion time, in vitro disintegration test, and in vitro dissolution studies. Today, we are going to cover in vitro dissolution testing. So, what is in vitro dissolution testing? So, a dissolution experiment evaluates the rate and extent that a compound forms a solution under carefully controlled condition. It is an important QC procedure for the drug product and linked to the performance in vivo. In the simple language, we can say that it is a measure of the rate and extent of a dissolution or release of the drug substance from a drug product, which is usually an aqueous medium under the specified conditions. Now, why do we go for dissolution testing? So, first we have to evaluate the viability or to check batch to batch drug release uniformity to develop more efficacious drug to ensure stability and quality of the drug product for product development, quality control, and research applications. Now we move forward to the dissolution apparatus, which is classified as per different pharmacopoeias. So as per Indian pharmacopoeia, we have two apparatus which include paddle and basket. As per United States pharmacopoeia, it includes seven type of apparatus which are basket, paddle, reciprocating cylinder, flow through cell, paddle over disc, cylinder, and reciprocating holder. As per British Pharmacopoeia, there are three types which include basket, paddle, and flow through cell. And as per European Pharmacopoeia, it is paddle, basket, and flow through cell. Now we move forward to the first apparatus, which is basket. The basket is measured and it is been used for tablets, capsules, and for other purposes. It is made up of borosilicate glass and it has a hemispherical bottom of 1000 ml. It is made up of shaft, and at the end of the shaft it has a basket which rotates smoothly without any significant wobbling. It moves with a speed of 100 rpm and its water bath is maintained at 37 degrees Celsius. So, what is the operating procedure for this apparatus? We have to place one tablet or a capsule under the surface of the apparatus, and we have to rotate at a specified speed of 100 rpm. We have to draw the samples at the midway of the dissolution medium, and we have to replace the aliquots of the sample with the going analysis with equal volumes of fresh dissolution medium. We have to keep the vessel covered during the experiment and verify the temperature during the experiment, and we have to perform the analysis as per directed in the individual monograph and repeat the test with additional dosage units. Its advantages include fluid pH changes during the testing. It can easily be automated. Its disadvantages include that as we know we are using a basket, so there are chances that it may get clogged with the gummy materials. There are possibilities that a hydrodynamic dead zone is created under the basket. Here, degassing is particularly very important step, and mesh gets corroded by the HCl solution as we are mimicking the condition of the stomach. The use of the apparatus include tablet, capsule, delayed release suppositories, and floating dosage forms. Now we move forward to the dissolution apparatus 2, that is paddle. So the vessel design is same as the dissolution apparatus 1, which is basket, but at the end we have a paddle instead of basket. It is made up of Teflon for the laboratory purposes. We also have a sinker to prevent the capsule and tablet from floating. It also maintains a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. Now, the operation of the dissolution apparatus. So, here The apparatus works similar to the way of dissolution apparatus 1, but the difference is that it rotates at the speed of 50 rpm for solid dosage form and at 25 rpm for suspension. And as described before, it has a sinker which prevents the capsule and tablet from floating. So its advantages include easy to use, robust, can easily be automated. And disadvantages include that hydrodynamics are very complex, so there may be possibilities that it may affect the dissolution. The use of this apparatus is for dissolution, oral disintegrating tablets, and for chewable tablets. Here we have the apparatus 3, that is reciprocating cylinder. It consists of a cylindrical flat bottom glass vessels. In the previous two apparatus we have seen that there were semi-cylindrical bottom. Here we are seeing that there are flat bottoms with glass vessels. It also has a reciprocating cylinders and they are made of stainless steel fittings, and screens are made up of non-absorbing and non-reactive materials. Its acquisition speed is 5 to 30 rpm, which is different from the previous two apparatus. Its volume of dissolution medium is also different and it is less than the two apparatus, which is 200 to 250 ml, and its water bath is maintained at 37 degrees Celsius. Now its working procedure. So first we have to place one dosage form in each cylinders at the surface and we have to immediately start the apparatus. During the upward and the downward stroke, the reciprocating cylinder will move to some distance. Within the time interval specified, raise the cylinders and withdraw a portion of the solution under the test from a zone midway between the surface of a dissolution medium and the bottom of the vessel. The advantages include pH change is easily done and hydrodynamics can easily be influenced by varying the dip rate, as this was the disadvantage observed in the previous apparatus, which is dissolution apparatus 2. Here it becomes the advantage. So disadvantages of this apparatus include that it has a small volume and it has a limited data available. Its use is for oral disintegrating tablets and chewable tablets. Now we move forward to the fourth apparatus, that is flow through cell. Its design is that it has a dissolution medium pump which forces the dissolution medium out of the cell. Its flow rate is 10 to 100 ml per minute and here laminar flow is maintained. Here water bath is also maintained at 37 degree plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. The method includes that this apparatus is transparent and is inverted vertically. It also has a standard diameters of 12 and 22.6 mm. The bottom cone is usually filled with the glass beads of 1 mm diameter and the tablet is held for specific dosage forms, which is inlay tablets. Now first the glass beads into the cell are specified into the monograph. We have to place it as per the monograph. Now we have to place one solid dosage form on the top of the bead or a carrier, which is generally a wire carrier. We have to assemble the filter head and fix all the parts with the clamping device as per suitable in the monograph. Now we have to introduce the pump of the dissolution medium, which is warmed or which is maintained at 37 degrees Celsius through the bottom of the cell to obtain the flow rate specified and measured with the accuracy of 5%. We have to collect the eluate by fraction at which the time is stated. The advantages include easy to change the media pH profile is possible, sink conditions are always maintained, and here it also has two systems, which is open and closed system. The disadvantages include that deaeration is an important step which has to be followed and high volume of media is required. This apparatus is mostly used for low solubility drugs, microparticulates, implants, suppositories and controlled release formulation. Now the fifth apparatus is pedal over disc. So here the rotating speed is maintained is 25 to 50 rpm. Here the volume is 900 ml and the temperature maintained is different from the previous apparatus. Here it is maintained 32 degrees Celsius. The method includes the apparatus which consists of a sample holder or a disc assembly. Then the entire preparation is been placed into the dissolution flask which is maintained at a specified condition which is 32 degrees Celsius. Then the paddle is placed directly over the disc assembly. The disc assembly holds the system flat and is positioned such that the release surface is placed parallel with the bottom of the paddle blade, and the samples are withdrawn from the midway between the surface of the dissolution medium and the top of the paddle blade at specified times, which is same as the previous apparatus. The advantages include that this apparatus is easy to handle, the sink condition are always maintained, and membrane effect is minimum, that is drug is placed on the disc at the bottom. So the disadvantages include that it restricts the pad size and it is mostly used for transdermal patches, ointments and emulsions. Now we move forward to the apparatus 6, that is rotating cylinder. Here in place of Now we move forward to the sixth apparatus, that is rotating cylinder. Here in the vessel design is same as the USP apparatus type 1, but in place of basket the cylinder is used. It is also made up of stainless steel 316 type. It is maintained at the temperature of 32 plus 0.5 degrees Celsius. The method include the replacement of a basket with the cylinder. Stirring element. The temperature is maintained at 32 plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius as maintained and as discussed earlier. The dosage unit is placed on the cylinder. The dosage unit is placed to the exterior of the cylinder, and we have to place the cylinder in the apparatus immediately and rotate it at a specified speed as per individual monograph. Then samples are drawn midway between the surface of the dissolution medium and at the top of the rotating cylinder for analysis. The advantages include that it is a modification of apparatus 1. Disadvantages include that large volume of medium is required, drug gets diluted and causes difficulties in analysis, and it is difficult to clean the cylinder. It is mostly used for solid dosage forms and small volumes. Now we move forward to the last apparatus, that is reciprocating disc. Here we have a flat bottom cylindrical vessel and here we have a frequency of 30 cycles per second. Here also the water bath is maintained at 32 degree plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. Now we have a assembly which consists of a volumetric calibrated solution made up of glass or suitable inert material, and a drive assembly used to reciprocate the system vertically. The samples are placed on the disc holders using a Cupro fan supports, and the test is again carried out at 32 degrees Celsius. The advantages include that it is the most convenient method for the dissolution of the medium, and its sink condition are always maintained, and it has more sensitivity than other apparatus. Its disadvantages are that the investment is high because the design is totally different from the standard apparatus and they are mostly used for transdermal patches. So here is the design for apparatus 7, which have different types. First one is disc, then cylinder, point head, spring holder and angle disc. We can use this apparatus as per our need. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Please like and share and subscribe the video for more upcoming good videos. Thank you.